Hello there, fellow citizen of the Reject Nation. We're going to continue Volume 1 with the final episode of Volume 1, Episode 4 of Volume 1. How many times do you say Volume 1? John, you good? You good? You feeling good?
Good, Volume 1. Good? You good, Volume 1?
I'm good, Volume 1. I'm excited, man. That was a good cliffhanger of the last one. If you haven't seen our reactions to 1 and 2, that's in one video, and Episode 3 should have gone up just a couple of hours ago. So thank you guys for being on this journey. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell because, you know, we're going to be covering it Christmas. Maybe not exactly on Christmas. We'll give up our Thanksgiving, but maybe not exactly Christmas.
The 26th will be here.
We'll see how we feel. You know, we'll know closer to then. So, you know, keep a lookout. In the meantime, I want to thank everyone who I know has already pledged to our Patreon page. You guys are just so awesome. Our Royal Rejects. That's where you get the full reaction watch along, where you sync up with your own copy, time code included, of course, streaming this off of Netflix. But more importantly, I want to shout out everyone who is scanning this barcode right here on screen or going to that link in the description box and pinned comment, rejectnationshop.com, because we have launched 3 new Stranger Things shirts. First one up, the Universal Monsters inspired Vecna the Mind Slayer poster. This is from our friend Janine, and I came up with this idea a while ago. I am absolutely in love with the way it turned out. I love those classic Universal Monster posters. Next one from Aaron and Sammy, Dr. Stranger Things. And then Reject Things, like what John's wearing right now. The only one that actually came in the mail thus far.
Hey, we got him.
Thank you guys so much. I'm excited to be rocking them for sure by Volume 2 and then, you know, throughout the rest of the year. But if you can't buy one, that's A-okay. I'm just glad they exist so we can be wearing them. You ready to do this, John?
Ready to do this, Greg.
Let's do it.
I know you're scared, and I know you're angry, but I promise you, we are here to help you.
Oh, God.
Derek. If you keep doing that, you're just gonna hurt yourself. You just calm down so we can talk. Do you know who I am?
An evil child kidnapper.
Yes.
I understand why you would think that.
Considering the kidnapper.
I'm not evil. I'm just a mom, a regular mom.
Regular kidnapper.
Yes.
That's my son, Will.
Zombie boy.
You know why they call him that?
Because he died and
season
came back
1.
to life.
But what people don't know,
Should call him Jesus Boy.
when he went missing, he was taken by a scary monster. And now that scary monster is after you.
Yeah, I
Called
know.
Zombie Boys
Mr.
in
What's It
season
told
2.
me. Which is why you need to let me go.
The same Mr. What's-It.
Oh, snap.
We have to move you again somewhere he can't find you. So if I untie you, will you cooperate and come with us?
Oh, God. No, I don't buy
Very
it.
brave kid, Derek. I want you.
I do like that Joyce has really been going back to being.
Yeah. Say that. He's going to try
Oh my God, stop him. Stop him. He's cannonballing through.
Nah, man. Nothing can stop this kid.
Get off of me!
Welcome to Dairy his ass.
Oh,
Just
God.
slaughter him.
Yeah.
Somebody help me being kidnapped!
That was a really cool shot.
Yeah.
On the rope! I need the rope!
Oh, my God. This is such a mess. Fucking sand.
Come try us, dipshit! Shit!
Shit. Girls, get it done. Whoa. That's actually... You could really hurt somebody that way.
Dude, I think he's gonna get taken by Vecna.
Hey, Mr. What's-It is a very bad guy. He sent the monsters after you.
Suck my on!
Jesus, what?
Jesus.
You're just a psycho and you're going to jail! There is
Just
a
trying to help
monster
you.
coming, I promise!
This kid is pretty good at this, I gotta say. I'm enjoying his performance.
Uh-oh.
This episode is called Sorcerer, right? Whoa.
Oh, damn. Oh, my God. It's right there.
Oh!
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, do some of those like Evil Dead 2
Oh, I
Army
just
of
got
Darkness
goosebumps.
crash shots.
Oh, nipple chills.
Oh, Joyce. Oh!
So many great Demogorgon shots this season.
You want him? You're gonna have to come through me!
Hey, badass.
We haven't seen her actually strike a Demogorgon yet.
Get away from him, you bitch.
Oh, no. It's like hurting your son.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna feel that. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Is my prediction going to come true?
Wait. Control its mind, Will.
Yeah, is he? Oh.
Nice. Also, ow. Yeah.
We got him! We got him!
Just like in season 3 when it came in at the nick of time, that's Steve.
Not those meddling kids again. Getting out of here.
It flipped. It's headed back towards us.
What are you doing, man? We gotta turn around.
Wait, gates are kind of like peanut butter boppers, right? The outside's like crunchy and tough, but then you bite down on it, gives way to a gooey, creamy core.
Like a PB Crisp.
Is this a Sean Levy episode?
We can punch a hole straight into the gate, and then we can track the demo on its home turf in the upside down.
Oh, no.
Straight back to home.
Steve.
Oh, no.
Come on, Steve.
Do it, dude. I think Nancy's on board.
We're not gonna crash if it's like a bopper. It's almost gone!
Nancy, say
Come
yes.
on.
There
Do
is.
it.
Yeah.
Real
Nancy was like, oh, I can go.
Love the lights going crazy, too.
I got it.
I got it.
Gotta go 88 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Come on, Steve. Whoa.
Awesome.
Nice, guys. You should have parked right in the rift so that you could have like a passageway through the car.
I think it would have just split the car in half, right?
I thought that the second it left my mouth. Oh. Whoa.
Whoa, look at this lair.
Whoa.
Holy.
God, it's like the Matrix.
They knew to bring out the best in Noah Schnapp. You got to get back to him traumatized and
That's
freaking
right.
out, man.
You gotta put Will through hell.
It's been 2 seasons of him not being stressed out to this degree.
I think there's a William Friedkin movie called Sorcerer.
Or could Sorcerer be referring to Sadie Sink?
Could be.
Hockety pockety?
Oh, yes, that's right. Pockety, pockety, wockety.
Or to Merlin.
Police lights omitting the upside down.
Alan Miller?
I'm sorry, what is this about?
It's your daughter, sir.
Oh my. Whoa. How many kids you got in there?
Gotta save all the kiddos. The Duffer Brothers directed this
Directed
one.
by the
Okay,
Duffer
cool.
Brothers. Okay.
Interesting they didn't write this one. I wonder if Sean Levy directed any this season.
I think he's speeding up.
Wait, what?
No, I'm losing the signal.
You gotta be shitting me, man.
Can you go faster?
Let's see.
Must
Let's go faster.
Let's go faster.
I mean, cemetery. There's got to be some crazy shit in here.
It means I can't hear the signal.
Well, then listen harder, Henderson.
You want to try to put these on?
I'm driving here.
You do the driving.
I'm driving here.
Now's not the time to bicker, guys.
This is the perfect
Look forward. Look forward. Look forward. I'm gonna run to the wall.
Oh.
Jonathan, Nancy, Dustin, it's Joyce. Please answer me.
They just killed off Jonathan.
Only Jonathan. Everywhere else is
Well,
fine.
on the plus side, I guess that means they made it through. You want to see where they're headed?
Whoa, yeah. Come on, Will.
Oh, Will, back to drawing shit.
Get us a map. Oh, this is so cool.
We haven't had a map in a while, or some communication thing.
Some kind of mural that is a key.
Cool.
Whoa.
That's really well done, dude. You could sell that.
That's an Instagram photo op waiting to happen.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's symbolism.
I could feel it's important to him.
Even he's standing there.
What's it?
His real name is Henry.
AKA Vecna.
AKA 1. That's too many names. Why won't you just zip it and listen, dipshit?
Bars.
Feeling.
You've never been this close to the hive mind before. Sometimes at the squawk, when a signal comes in too strong, it overloads the whole system. You didn't just tap into the hive mind. You jacked right into the goddamn control center.
Ever since working there, she's learned a lot about radios.
It's the key to everything this season.
Where was Holly?
Holly. He was attached to this spire. And she became a part of it somehow, like it was doing something to her.
Ew. Yeah, we're feeding on her.
I thought Vecna was just coming for dipshit.
So did I. But I only knew about Derek because he walked right past me.
Serendipitous timing.
You hear that? Serendipitous. I don't know what that means.
Serendipshitous.
What does he want with them? Why kids?
And why 12?
I don't know.
Because it's one higher than 11.
Maybe if we can pinpoint his exact targets, we could get them out of Hawkins.
And out of Vecna's reach.
Did you forget we're quarantined?
That's not all. We saw soldiers load Debbie Miller onto a bus with a bunch more kids, and then we followed them for 2 blocks more, and they loaded more kids onto it.
I don't think they were taking them to school.
Because it's nighttime.
Vecna's not the only one that wants these kids.
But if Vecna is imprisoned here,
It's Epstein.
Yes.
If the pattern holds, our next target will be from this group.
And you believe 11 has taken these kids. For what purpose?
Killing them, protecting them, the reason doesn't matter.
I mean, it should.
I should be looking for Lieutenant Akers. I find Akers,
You'll find a dead man. Report to the Maxi, Colonel. That's an order.
Oh, half-hearted salute.
I'm going rogue, sir.
With all due respect, these kids are in danger. To use them as bait seems...
like the only choice.
What, Sergeant?
reckless.
It's only reckless if you fail to protect them.
Sarah Connor will protect all the kids.
Are you telling me you can't protect them, Sergeant?
No, ma'am.
Wow.
Good.
They're positioning her like a villain, but I keep wondering if there's going to be some pull from under. You know?
I feel like it, because I mean, she's only shown up now to be a hard ass and to be dubious thus far.
I'm sorry for scaring you. I haven't seen anyone in a really long time, so I guess I got excited.
It's like Eden over here.
Good news is, it doesn't look that deep. Not enough for stitches. I bet it stings, though.
Yeah.
You can talk to me, you know.
Please do.
I won't bite.
She's like Peter Pan here.
You're Max Mayfield. You skateboard and never take off your Walkman.
That's me.
Always listen to Kate Bush and nothing else.
But how am I in here when I'm in a coma in Hawkins General?
So she's aware. Okay.
That's a very reasonable question.
Probably asking yourself how I got here.
Where are we going? My home. Well, I can't go far. I came here to meet Henry. Do you know Henry?
Yeah, you could say that.
So she's having a wrinkle in time journey right now. She's fulfilling the book.
The note says...
Holly, I know what the note says.
Then how do you know he's not in trouble? He said hurry!
Holly, I know what the note says because Henry didn't write it. I did.
Ooh.
I don't understand.
You just pieced that together?
I had to make sure that you came here.
You're one of them, aren't you?
One of what?
The monsters.
Do I look like a monster?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're in disguise. You're dressed weird and you're in a coma.
Well, would a monster know that your brother tried to get a mohawk until your sister stopped him, saving him from possibly the greatest social humiliation that a freshman has ever experienced at Hawkins High?
I want to see that mohawk.
What color was this mohawk?
Hot orange. And personally, I think the use of the word hot is a bit ironic, but people say I'm too negative. I just think I'm honest.
I wonder if this is a false hope. Like if Vecna actually wanted this to happen.
Come on.
Like he said, don't go into the woods and all this stuff. Like there's too much that I feel like Vecna would have been aware of.
Like why would you even warn them to do that? Because you know they would be curious and want to go. If you didn't want them to go.
So she's been having to like actually physically live here in a way.
Yeah.
Like the rules apply to her, even though it's like a psychic split or some shit.
Even though she's like in the astral plane, she's living as if she was just out in the wilderness.
Wowza.
Where are we?
In a memory, which exists inside a world of 1,000 memories.
A dream within a dream.
I know it might look nice, but it's not. This place, this world,
sucks.
It's a prison. Henry's prison.
Henry's the architect.
And that's why I feel like it's a false hope.
Aww.
It's okay, sweetie. These are the good guys. They're gonna keep everyone safe.
You really believe this?
Try and think of this as a field trip. A learning expedition.
An expedition, you say? Here on this back lot.
Is there a big blood mark on that restricted area sign?
I repeat.
Cargo has arrived.
They're taking them into a barracks second from the library.
Seems like such an easy spot to spy on them. I feel like the military would be...
feel like they'd be catching reflections off those binoculars.
If we're right, the military's trying to protect these kids, so this barracks is going to be heavily guarded. I mean, we have to dig up into the barracks, unnoticed, grab the kids, get them to Murray, smuggle them out of Hawkins.
All before anyone notices they're gone.
Dude.
You guys know Tom, Dick, and Harry, right?
Every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
None of you have seen The Great Escape?
Oh, I haven't, actually.
It's about these POWs, right? And they're stuck in a barracks just like this one.
They cue the music from The Great Escape.
They have to hide the tunnels from the Nazis, so they put Tom in this dark corner, and they put Harry under the stove, and they put Dick in the washroom. And personally, for us, I like Dick.
Don't get off tangent. That sounds different, man.
Oh,
for us.
Yeah.
I actually don't even... Never mind. Okay.
We go with Dick.
They don't know about her orientation.
We used an inside man, someone who could get into the barracks, measure the distance to the washroom, find out which kids have actually seen Mr. What's-It, and somehow avoid the military altogether.
Dude, you've had like so many plans this season. I'm proud of you.
It's the plan season.
Someone that could just walk in, no questions asked. The one kid the military failed to wrangle.
Derek. Dorito Derek. I love this old-timey score cue, too.
Isn't it from The Great Escape?
Probably.
Oh, following him? He's bait?
2 grunts in the tower by the west gate. 1 more in the tower by the east gate. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ground.
Your theories aren't exactly lining up.
Why not?
You heard kryptonite. Means if Vecna's in there, he doesn't have his powers. If he doesn't have his powers, how could he have anything to do with Holly's kidnapping?
That's a fair question.
And that roof is metal. You hit that on a jump, you're gonna alert the whole damn base.
Not if I time it with the thunder.
Yeah.
Not a bad
It's 7 seconds.
Oh. I mean, everything they were doing in the training was timed.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Hopper, you copy.
Dustin!
Yeah, they must have been tied up in the frequency.
They're alive!
Ask about
L, is L with you? Over.
Yes, I'm here. Over.
Okay, yay. Terrific.
Yay.
Meet us at Roan Cemetery Church, please.
Roan Cemetery? How the hell are you contacting us from there?
Meet us at the Chapel Roan.
We're in the Upside Down.
What?
Long story short, we're in here to track a Demogorgon using our telemetry tracker only to then hit a wall. Steve's beamer is stuck, so we need Elle to come and pry it loose using her powers.
Or Hopper. He had a plan. And everyone just keeps ending up in here.
Do you need additional details? Questions? Concerns? Over.
You hit a wall. What kind of wall exactly?
A squelchy one.
Hard to describe. Sort of.
Huge.
The wall.
It's the wall.
The wall to end all walls.
I don't know what it is, but we think that Holly's behind it. Don't bother trying to break through. You can't.
It's Vecna's mind palace.
They said there was like some type of pavement thing in the first episode that laced throughout the whole town. I wonder if the wall's a reflection of that. One that they said the kids were skating on and shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's go see if that training is paid off.
You're gonna let me jump?
Let's go, before I change my mind.
A leap of faith.
Pretty sure it was more than 7 seconds since the last thunderclap.
With each victim that he took, he created a new gate.
Gate to the Upside Down?
When he took me, he opened the 4th final gate, splitting Hawkins in 2.
It's got a little painting easel there.
Henry took you. How are you here?
You mean shouldn't I be dead? It's okay. It's a fair question.
We've been trying to sort it out in the writer's room.
I definitely should be. And for a moment, I was.
Like 1 hour. 1 minute or something.
Then I felt something calling to me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The Rainbow Room.
Oh, the day Henry killed everyone.
There must be some kind of intermingling here because of the MO. She's been almost completely through it, and so now she can tap into the root of it in his mind.
It kind of reminded me of season 2 when 11 wakes up, when you go to 11's flashback to show when you thought she died and she comes back.
Where's little Henry Creel?
Henry's school?
Yeah.
Did Linda Hamilton go here?
Joyce!
The librarian.
Is that stupid play of yours?
Joyce?
Better see you, Harrington.
Friday night? You wish.
Not a bad look.
Harrington? She sounds like
Somehow,
Winona Ryder.
I was in
a lot taller than
another
Winona
time.
Ryder. Yeah.
Hawkins, 30 years ago.
Time travel.
A wrinkle in time.
I wasn't actually there. Not really. I was just an observer.
You're like Harry in The Pensive.
And that's when I understood. I was trapped inside Henry's mind.
Right.
Nightmare prison world ruled by an evil, psychopathic piece of shit.
I didn't think he went to this school.
Like Camazotz.
Camazotz.
What? Camazotz. From A Wrinkle in Time.
See?
So Henry's kind of like it, and you're kind of like Meg's dad.
I don't know if Meg's dad would agree.
Exactly.
The way I see it, when you're a prisoner in a messed up prison world, you really only have a few doors open to you.
And not the cell doors.
You take your own life.
Woo.
Door 2, accept your fate.
Heavy.
Or door 3.
You escape.
Option C.
So I kept moving from memory to memory.
Let's see them, please.
I got so turned around, I actually ended up right back at the beginning.
There's something you're missing.
When Lemon was in the sensory tank, she kept winding back in a loop as well.
That's when I heard her.
Yeah. Kate?
I heard Kate Bush.
Is she one of your friends?
You could say that. Music has a way of finding you, even in the darkest of places. Lucas had used it before to reach me, to guide me out of Vecna's mind, back to the light.
Yeah, it was epic.
I just love watching Sadie sing.
I know. She's so compelling.
Yeah.
So natural.
Even after all this time, he hadn't given up on me.
If you follow this music, then what?
Then it would lead me out of here, back home. At least that's what I thought.
To some type of relief, salvation, or otherwise.
Everything went wrong.
Ooh. No, you're not supposed to go back there.
I'm enjoying this one the most so far.
Yeah, this one feels the most like a movie. I think we haven't dealt with the rest of his family at all this episode.
Oh, yeah.
No trespassing.
Right, I see that, officer. It's just my school is missing.
Yeah. Dude, you get to meet the real G.I. Joes now.
Where might I relieve myself?
Hey, find that.
Shovel, 5 safety goggles.
This guy just has everything.
Surveyor's wheel, and hold for applause.
Oh.
It's like that video game character you pass to get supplies from.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good call.
Belts, foam padding, everything a kidnapped child could desire.
Foam padding.
Don't want to break any eggs en route now, do we?
No.
Where are you? Bathroom, back stall, 45 of my paces from the front entrance.
Damn.
Good job, kid.
And remember, you're not dipshit Derek. You're
Delightful, Derek.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Turn that leaf, Derek. It's all that slobber on it. Yeah.
Cool shot. Go. 1, 2, 3,
All right, come
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10, 11, 12.
He said was right with it. Editors can't count.
Yeah.
Unless we missed some piece of information, I feel like.
There was some time dilation in the editing.
Wait, you're too early. You're too early.
I'm not counting.
Yeah, I stopped counting now.
Great wire work. Damn. Different choice. You have powers. Just kill him or something.
sorry.
Wow. Savage.
Yeah.
Your old man a heart
I
attack.
forget that 11's kind of a
Nice
cool
job, by the way.
Yeah. She does what she got to do.
Thank you
For what?
Believing in
for teaching me and trusting me.
trust is a two-way street.
Always.
If you've been visited by Mr. Whatsit, speak now. And when night falls, follow me to the latrine, and I will lead you to our savior.
This is amazing.
Derek's gone mental. Monsters are coming, and you're all gonna die. Ha 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 ha.
Right into camera.
Yeah.
Were you talking about Henry?
Oh, boy.
I just can't get over the fact that the fate of the world rests on Derek freaking Turnbow.
Sometimes people need someone to believe in them.
It's a nice long lens shot.
Your mom and Robin are getting along better?
Well, it didn't hurt that Mom scared off that demo. It saved Robin's life. Everybody's life.
Look at them hanging out.
Hey.
I was afraid. I was afraid for my mom.
You wanted to protect her.
Yeah, but I just couldn't. It was like this scary movie you just can't turn off.
Yeah, it seems like it. Can't turn off.
And Sesame.
And that you can feel.
There's a bit of like a red
Turn off the scary
hue
movie.
to the
Protect your
color
mom,
scheme.
not the other way around. I mean,
his hair changed.
I know she's badass and everything, but you know.
That's weird.
She's hot.
Yeah.
He just took a sec.
Maybe when you tap into the hive, you can pull the strings too.
That's what I'm saying.
You're trying to say that I'm evil and hell-bent on destroying the world?
Totally. No, I'm just saying that, you know, you're like a wizard, like him.
The sorcerer.
In real life, you're more like a sorcerer because your powers don't come from a book of spells. They're innate.
Hey.
Theories go, I've had crazier. And with 11 in the upside down, we really need some magic up there.
She's seen he's in love.
Yeah. Oh, well. No. Go to him.
That sucks, man.
Kiss him. Make your friendship awkward.
Oh, she can see it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that maybe you shouldn't be making the calls from now on.
It was not just his call, it was mine. Because it's my sister.
Ooh.
I agree with Steve. Okay, we can't just sit here. I don't know about a door, but
Are you having an emotional affair?
this wall can't go on forever. There has to be a way around it.
There isn't. This wall is a circle.
Hey.
A circle completely surrounding the Upside Down.
Oh, yeah? And how exactly do you figure that?
Because unlike you, I didn't sleep through Algebra 1.
Go on. Diameter, radius.
You remember when we were out looking for Hop and you heard that sound off of Irwin Road?
Yeah, you said it was an interference.
It was.
Okay.
But this interference, it wasn't coming from a military broadcast or an EMI. It was coming from this wall, which is important because that gives us 3 known locations.
God, Dustin, I don't know what I'd do without you.
Still don't see how this gets us any closer to finding Holly.
Because it's not about the circle, it's about the center.
What's at the center of town?
Department of Energy.
That's Hawkins' lab.
Yeah.
What are the chances that the center of this wall just so happens to be in the very place where all of this started, where the Upside Down was created?
So the lab created the wall.
Man.
I mean, the lab is responsible for a lot of shit.
Or did Henry create it?
The music, it led me to a new memory. Only something was different about this memory.
What?
I was there.
Oh, when she was getting her headaches?
It was his first memory of me.
Ooh.
I know, as if this goddamn place wasn't heady enough, right?
Heady.
I still had the music to guide me. It led me through new memories, terrible memories.
Let go!
Follow me.
Yeah.
And it felt like they would never end. They did. It was the night that Vecna killed me.
Ooh.
The night he took me prisoner.
Oh, man, you gotta see it?
Oh, that's grim. Ooh.
Weird.
And I was so close. So close that I could feel his hand on mine.
Oh, shit.
And it was like I was there.
Oh, no, what happened?
Like I was with him in that hospital.
Come on.
Oh.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, that sucks.
No.
Oh, I hate that.
Lucas! Lucas!
God damn it.
Ew.
I ran.
So far away.
Woof.
Whoa. Crazy music.
Yeah. God. Claws so mangly.
Is he scared of this memory?
He was scared. More
Why?
than scared. He was terrified.
Whoa.
This memory. He won't come in.
Whoa.
So I turned it into my sanctuary.
I wonder if, she's bait to get her.
I took door 2.
Accept your fate.
That was until you showed up.
Huh.
And now door 3 is back. I have a plan. A plan to get us out of here.
Oh.
Henry will return to his house soon. He cannot know that you're gone.
You want me to go back there?
Oof.
It's scary, but if you want to get out of here, this is the only way.
Yikes.
There's no other way. There's no other way.
Tell me what I need to do.
Holly the heroic.
Really happy for Holly, the actor who plays her.
She's a great actor.
Yeah,
I mean,
she actually is good.
Yeah. Especially this episode. I've been appreciating just how much she's keeping up with Sadie singing.
Oh, she can actually have the open conversation, the one that Jonathan couldn't.
Do you, by any chance, remember Tammy Thompson?
Yeah, isn't she that terrible singer?
Oh, we all remember.
First time I saw her, it was like a scene from some lame-o movie. You know, her hair blew in the wind, and she just looked perfect.
Twilight. That's Twilight.
It was right then and there that I knew she was the one. With Tammy, I would finally be able to be myself, all of myself.
Ooh.
Because there was always this part of me that kind of scared me, But I thought that if Tammy loved me, all of me,
The gay part of me.
I wouldn't be so scared anymore.
All the validation would come from there.
And then he showed up, Steve the Hair Harrington.
Oh, God.
Took her attention.
My entire fantasy life with her pretty much imploded before my eyes. I got grounded. I had to stay home every weekend doing chores.
Oh, Rob.
But then one day, I was cleaning rat shit out of my parents' garage, and I found this 8mm film reel. All of a sudden, I was looking at this little version of myself.
Huh.
She just loved every part of herself. And that's when it hit me. It was never about Don't Have Damn. It was always just about me.
Aw.
That's touching.
I had all the answers. I just needed to stop being so goddamn scared.
Oh, that's exactly what he needs to hear right now.
Once I did that, it's like I could fly, you know? Like I could finally be
Rockin' Robin.
Rockin' Robin.
Twiddly dee.
Hey, guys, take your time, will you?
That finally like such a cut to.
Yeah. Cut to these two queens over here having a gay old time.
Oh,
that was a lovely moment.
Take me to Kay.
Why do I feel like this guy's gonna Hulk out?
Sunken eyes.
Yeah, he's got good look. Good casting. Your work is important and mysterious.
Damn it.
Oh, my special pens.
Make a sound, it'll be your last. Not if you understand.
It's good teamwork right there.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, no one has that clearance.
How do we get through? You can't. Dr. K, your boss. She got clearance? I don't know.
Well, come on, that's a yes.
Thanks for your help.
Wow. Badass hop.
Yeah, the music's on fire.
Yeah, dude. Oh, boy.
Ooh. Actual goosebumps for so much of this episode.
Shit. Oh, no.
Kryptonite.
Yeah.
This bastard. He is the bully of this season. You know the show's working whenever they cut away from a storyline. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Continue. Every storyline's kind of been having that effect. Like, oh, this is good.
I mean, I feel like, the season so far has been on a steady incline of, grippingness.
Whoa. This is much back to the Stranger Things I've been loving. This feels so Goonies. The tunnels were a big part of season 2 as well.
Oh, yeah. They link together all the drawings and stuff.
Like Hopper was caught down there and everything, so I wonder if that's the parallel now. Oh crap! Like the wrinkle in time and the parallel times and the other alternate times. I think the paralleling is very purposeful.
Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Breathe in and out.
He's a Zen man now.
I want you to picture yourself on a beach. The water is blue as a Smurf.
Killing it, kid.
It's called visualization. Mom does it when she's out of Valium.
Hell yeah, kid.
Oh, that's fun. That's smart. That way you know they're clear.
Oh boy, yeah. Who's watching? Are those feet watching? Holes in the wrong place.
Oh man.
Oh no, it's in the right place. Okay.
Yeah.
First I was like, are they accidentally digging up under the sink?
Howdy.
Howdy.
Time. There you go. Hey, good job. Good job.
This is good. It's like tense, but also fun.
Do you work for Mr. What's-It?
Mr. What's-It? Oh, yes.
Nope. Not the answer you wanted to give.
Yeah. How are you going to break it to all these kids?
Or is Derek letting them believe that What's-It's an all right guy?
I guess that's easier. Explain it to them when they're out versus trying to convince them while they're in.
The pipes are going to break.
You're going to get showered.
Shit.
Ah, you're going to be covered in it soon. Man, where do they hide? They had to cut away so they could hide. I knew you would come into your office alone.
I have been looking for you for a very long time. My name is
Dr. K.
Ooh.
I know who you are.
They know who you are.
Know who you've taken. And I also know
Oh no.
that you and your men are going to die.
Wow. Jesus.
It's a wicked delivery. Is Hopper going to one-man army this?
guy.
That guy didn't deserve it.
No. Wow, Hop. Damn. Except this guy, of course.
How does he keep surviving?
He's got some secret juice.
This kind of looks like the Terminator 2 fights.
Oh, wow.
This bastard.
Oh, he's gonna have a cool Harvey Dent face.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Ah!
It's best not to struggle. The greater the perceived threat, the more aggressive its response.
Is Dr. K like linked to Brenner in some way, or linked
Brenner's
to
sister?
Linked to Creel in some way?
Sorry, a bit of a plumbing problem here. Are you by chance looking for Mr. What's-It? Right through there.
Okay, yeah, so they did let Mr. What's-It sound like an all right guy.
Oh my god, dude. Holy crap.
You look up at the sky, searching for clouds, but
Oh boy. Oh crap. Oh no.
Derek, improvise.
Diversion Derek.
Mr. What's-It?
Oh shit.
Officer!
Officer.
Hey, calm down. What was going on?
Shitballs.
Shitballs is right, kiddo.
Let's get him out of here. Just go.
What about the others?
Just go, 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 go.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, go and we'll do what we can from here. Move, move, move.
Ashley Clyde is a snitch!
Ashley Clyde is his snitch. That's funny. Whoa, yeah. Bad, bad, bad. Nice match cut.
So you're the reason she's been so hard to track.
The reason to start over new.
Where are you going with this?
And after all that effort to hide her, you bring her here, of all places?
She does have Brenner hair.
Why risk her life? What do you know that I don't?
Ooh.
It's actually holding back, if you can believe it. That heat you feel
Does she control it?
weakens it. But in the cold, it's
a good effect. Oh.
I can stop it. You're gonna have to start talking.
Oh.
Come on, overcome
shit,
your
11.
kryptonite. Overcome it.
Nah, old school analog.
That's what she says to the T-1000 in a moment kind of like this.
In your current state, I'm afraid that won't work.
You're enjoying this.
Yeah, she knows a lot.
Ooh.
Not the sharpest, are we?
Nice.
Ah. Damn.
Good job.
No. Whoa. Jeez, that was great. Damn.
Cavalry's on its way.
That's all right. I'll be quick.
I really thought he was going to get shot for a second.
Yeah, it's good choreography.
Grocery delivery.
Where's everyone else?
Coming?
Mirai?
Come on, sweetie. You get down here right now or a monster's gonna eat you.
Oh my god. 3 soldiers versus
3 soldiers
2
gang,
teens and a kid.
And?
Ouch.
I got you. That's good. Good, good.
Oh, they're going to be taken.
Yeah,
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, Joyce.
What are you doing?
You gotta go. You gotta go. Come on.
No, what? You're going to try to do this solo?
We're gonna get to the woods.
Oh, okay, thank God.
We can't leave. We came for Henry.
Hey, you take this compass.
Oh, no, he is going to leave her.
No. That'll take you to the graveyard. You're gonna find Nancy and the others.
Whoa. Oh, that's what he was grabbing in episode 1.
If anything happens, I gotta make sure that he goes down with me.
No, no.
It's the only way. It's the only way. I'm not gonna risk losing you.
Oh, fuck that. No.
No.
I want you to know something. From here on out, I want you to know how proud I am of you. I am so proud of what you've overcome. I'm proud of who you are.
Oh.
I love you, Jane.
Oh, man, he rarely calls her Jane. I don't even know if he's called her Jane before.
Jesus.
No. Even if Hopper died, it can't be an end of Volume 1.
Can't be now.
It can't be Volume 1, no.
This is just to ramp up the stakes.
I'm already in denial. Like, I'm a heart shutting down.
Oh, God. God. Feels like forever ago.
No, you gotta live for Jane.
Fun transition.
Come on, find a seat in the back.
Oh, God.
Safety first. Come on, time's a wasting. Pretty comfy, huh?
Not really.
You're creepy.
Sorry.
Robin, Lucas, do you copy? Over.
We've got a problem here at the Mac.
What kind of problem?
Let go of me, you asshole!
Shit.
This woman,
Joyce Spires?
she broke into the barracks. She's been helping them escape through some kind of tunnel.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
These kids, they are not safe, okay? They are in danger.
They're under our protection.
If I may interject, officer, I've seen what's coming, but you and your men can't protect shit!
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God, no.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Are you okay? Baby, are you okay?
Oh, they're all about to see.
He's coming.
They're here.
They're here.
Oh, that's scary. Oh, damn. What if it's just like a full-on massacre?
Whoa.
Coming from underground.
Gonna literally claw up from the upside down.
It's about to be a red wedding.
We're all gonna die!
Not you, Derek. You're too important.
Oh, damn. Great shot.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Guys, get behind me! Get behind me!
Oh. Hey. Wow.
There it is.
Splattered him. Crushed his head.
You're just angering it. Oh, this is pretty fucking scary.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Yeesh. Wow. That guy got alley-ooped.
Will!
Whoa. Nice. Cool POV. Very cool POV.
We are under attack. I repeat, we are under attack.
No.
Shit. Oh, bad guys. You gotta help me.
Every hair on my body is standing right now.
Whoa.
No, wow.
Oh, these
what?
guys
He's
are
like,
in trouble.
he's trapped them.
Go, go, go,
Jeez.
go, go!
Oh, yeah, he's got a full-blown strategy right now.
We shall!
Shall we? Whoa. Yeah. Sending in all the reinforcements.
Wow. There's so many, like, they're not Dema dogs, they're Dema orchids.
Yeah.
Damn. Ugh.
Whoa. God.
Whoa.
Gnarly. Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa. Those claws.
Damn, this is a pretty cool action, actually.
Stay close. Okay.
No, this is the water. Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not ready to die. Derek, hurry up.
Wow.
Sweet. Oh.
Are you guys okay?
Very cool.
That's cool. Season 4, the winner was a rescue as well while there was action going on. Same thing like getting people escaping.
Eyes on me, remember?
It's actually a good way to approach that.
The Radio Shack.
Yeah.
All right, go.
Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, dude. Feels like you're in a
I
war
love this.
zone.
This is great. Damn.
Even with the stitching, you could just feel like how much was staged, how many extras, how much coordination.
God, so many great shots. Nice. No, that's right, hive mind. Oh, he's back to feeling the flames. Oh, god damn, that really sucks.
Poor Will.
I have no idea, but I love it.
I don't know
Get
why.
lucky a couple times this
It's specifically fire that does it, huh?
Well, yeah, this thing hates the heat too, so.
Oh, good. I mean, it's. They established it. I think it was in the Close to the Spy episode when. He's really nonchalant about this.
Yeah, what do we got?
After the prior moment that we had, he's not in there.
It's got to be something else. It's 8. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, is that Vecna?
Oh, shit.
Or is it 11 going through the gate? No, that must be Vecna coming through the gate. What are you looking at? Oh, it is her.
Yeah. Is it? Did you shave her head? Yeah?
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's fun.
Sister.
I thought 8's powers were that they were using in the first episode.
Cool.
I feel like we've guessed 8 at every episode. It finally paid off.
You know, if you go to the horse race, you bet every horse, eventually you can win.
There he is. Oh, so glad I avoided the fucking trailers. It's so cool. I don't know.
Oh,
wow. Redesign.
Nah.
Oh, and Hopper never met 8 too. Damn.
Yeah.
What have you upgraded
Turned
to?
out.
Nice.
Wow. He's more tree-like almost.
Yeah, he's like evil Groot.
Yeah.
Wow, all those Demogorgons they could take on.
Ah, crap.
Nicely done.
Watch out!
Watch out
Yeah.
for the grenades on you.
Whoa,
Cool.
that is a combo. Vecna's a gamer.
Nice.
Oh, that guy's gonna come back all burned and cool. Whoa.
Rise
Sharp
by Demogorgons.
Wow, the textures.
Son of a bitch.
Let's go faster. Nice with the crazy dents. Whoa, dude. Your center of gravity on this thing must not be very good. Oh, shit. This is real bad.
Wow.
Cool
Awesome.
transition.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. I've never seen anything like a match cut like that before. That was cool.
It's a simple but effective concept, even.
Oh my god.
Come on, Lucas. Use those basketball skills.
Whoa! That was pretty violent. That was pretty violent.
That was disgusting, yeah. Woo. Remember that vision from the end of season 4? Incoming. Gross. Yeah, it's like they're like fingers too.
Oh no. Oh no, I don't like where this is headed.
No, Joyce. We do not hurt Joyce.
Stay away from him! You stay away!
Ah.
No need to kill her.
Oh. Get up, William. Oh,
This
no.
poor kid.
Better not be trying to rip his eyes out right now. God. Translucence
nails,
of
man.
the nails, yeah.
William, can you see the children? Do you know why? Why I chose them to reshape the world.
Innocent? Oh damn, oh no.
It's because they are weak.
So you can mold them the way you see fit?
Weak in body and mind.
This is very bad.
Oh man, that entire mission all for naught.
Yeah.
Easily broken.
Stranger Things Infinity War.
Easily reshaped. Controlled.
Yeah.
The perfect vessel.
You are the it.
And you will.
Whoa. Oh, what a shot.
You were the first. And you broke so easily.
That's like nails are coming out his freaking head.
Yeah, or like teeth, little fangs, yeah.
You showed me what was possible.
Hey, he fought back.
What I could achieve.
Oh,
Some minds, it turns out, simply do not belong in this world.
Yeesh.
Where are you going with this?
Oh, no, don't listen to him.
They belong in mine.
He's letting him live?
He wants him to come to his sanctuary so he can be gay in peace. Wow. Wow. Oh, shit. Don't kill Robin.
Oh, he's gonna kidnap all of them?
Wow.
11, do something.
Come on.
No,
Pump it,
control
pump
it, control it.
pump it.
Yeah.
The answer's in somebody else, but I had all the answers.
Is this her footage? Her 8mm footage? That's a Will?
Yeah.
Do you want to be friends?
Aww. Well, yeah, you're not weak.
I just needed to stop being so goddamn scared.
You're fully formed. You love yourself. You're excited about life.
Scared of who I really was.
Oh, no.
Wow, that's so good.
Aww.
I'm so happy they cast actual people.
Yeah. Oh, little castle buyers. America.
And once I did that,
Hey,
I was so free. It's like I could fly.
Little sorcerer.
Oh my god, yes, he's not a fucking victim anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
cool, Will.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Will.
It's funny, they've managed to make Will
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Cool. Oh, I'm so happy he gets to have this. This kid's getting fucking tortured. Oh my god. Dude.
Go, Will.
I got like spit coming out of my mouth, dude.
Oh, sick, dude. Sick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I love this so much.
Dude, this is epic.
Great.
This is epic. Hear them scream. Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, he's doing the Vecna. He's doing the Vecna. Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Will.
Flip it back on.
Crazy epic.
Dude. Awesome.
Nice.
He's got the nosebleed.
Nice, Will.
I think our theory's right. Mike's gonna fall in love with Will.
Dude, you saved me. How can I ever repay you? How about dinner? Oh, boy.
Oh, interesting to end it on a hopeful note.
Yeah.
I thought Volume 1's cliffhanger would be more like dour. And
I thought we were just going to end on the mission failing.
Yeah.
And everything looking hopeless. No, it's there's a pretty exciting couple of setups.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was great. I loved that whole episode. Beginning and end.
Easily the best one of the four.
Beginning and end. And a lot of my qualms that I had with the first parts of 1, 2, and 3 feel like all paid off here.
Yeah.
Compliments those.
Well, now I get why this would be the kind of place to stop chapter 1 is like, okay, all right, part 1 is fully formed. And yeah, now anything that we've been curious or nitpicking about. A lot of that stuff is addressed.
Well, guys, Prepper, thank you for editing down these highlights. I know you guys have been working your butts off. Thanks all for being here. Hope you scan that barcode on screen. That's right. Greg be plugging.
Hey.
No sponsors this week. Just that.
Just Stranger Rejects.
If you're here tuning in to the Apple and Spotify review, we just watched Volume 1 of Stranger Things 5. Stranger Things 5. All kind of bleeding together. But all kinds of payoffs I feel are happening. This whole episode seemed to be about acceptance and watching, like, where they gave Will that, because his character seems to be the best when he's going through, like, victim hell.
Yeah.
And then when he's not, they don't really know what to do with his character, you know? And to give him this moment at the end, I thought was so awesome, especially following such a bleak moment with a great action scene. Like, those last 10, 15 minutes were very, very exciting moments.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's a cool bookend for the season itself, because you start out on this flashback that gives you just like a smidge more context, and you see him as a child, like, you know, at least making an effort to fight back in the circumstance, and now here he's like fully come into his power, or at least, you know, tapped into the idea that that's in there.
Yeah, Mike being the character who often instills the heart, and it's cool to complement it with season 2, because season 2 is when you learn how he could be the spy for, you know, he could be the spy, or maybe there's a spy using Will, and Mike was the one empowering him, saying like, no, you could actually use this to your advantage.
Yeah.
And there's also the season that had the whole thing with the burn happening, and you learn that his mind's connected and his whole skin's like feeling on fire. So they're bringing all that back all over again, even right down to Vecna's speech, I feel, of like, I've been using you this whole time. And for him to do the flipperoo on it, not just another torturous thing, but then to do the conclusion of what was pretty much set up in season 2. I mean, of course, all the way back to season 1, but was set up in season 2 to pay that off. It's pretty beautiful to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for Will, it's funny, you know, a lot of this comes probably, I would imagine, from feedback that they've gotten over time. And it's just cool to see, because Will, as of a lot of the work they've done on him this season and some of the stuff they started to establish with him in the past season, like the way they're paying that stuff off has like elevated him to now one of my favorite characters to watch and one of my favorite journeys across the whole show, you know, because there are times where, yeah, it doesn't feel as much like he's so important to the inciting of all of this.
Yeah.
And yet it felt like for a while in the middle of the show, I didn't quite know exactly how to like involve him or engage him after that, you know, initial, you know, getting him back and all that stuff. And here, like, I feel like it's great because you get all the upside down stuff, you get all of his power and his, you know, connection into Vecna and all that, but you also have the, you know, side moments between him and Robin, and at least developing that and using that as, you know, something to drive the emotional, just, you know, journey of him aside from all this. So it feels like he's a more dimensional character in a fully realized way this season, which is really cool. And it gives Noah Schnapp a chance to actually demonstrate a range of his ability in a way that I think he's been nailing. And yeah, just like, and earning all that in that last scene was, it's like, you know, you got to earn a badass moment for it to fully punch. And I love being able to get swept up in something like that. Like, it was so epic that I wasn't even really thinking about anything else. I was kind of outside myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
And what they've been giving him with Robin, like what you're talking about, is something really empowering for that character to have from a fellow homosexual.
Well, and it's cool because Mike is always the guy who's giving the like great speech about like, no, you're more powerful than you realize. And so for somebody else to be able to be in a unique position, it's like Mike is able to empower Will in terms of, you know, the mission and his courage and things like that. But Robin is able to like empower him to truly embrace his whole self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of, if you look back through all of Stranger Things from 2 and 3 and 4, Will is usually seeking the validation from somewhere else externally. It's usually from his friends or with his relationship with Mike, and to also not be treated like zombie boy or that there's something wrong with him either.
Kid gloves everything with you.
Yeah. So to let him have this is really great. I love that a lot.
And for Joyce to see that, I thought was really, kind of a powerful beat with all this sort of, like, you can't run off, you got to stay safe, and then him and Robin rebelling and all that, And
this is the strongest Vecna. This is the strongest Will, Mike, and Joyce have been in like several seasons.
Totally, 100%.
By far.
Yeah. And I mean, too, just the amount of like physical demand on them, but everybody, especially in an episode like this, there's a lot of stuff going on, and yet like the main characters feel really plugged in, even though you are in the midst of a whole bunch of chaos that involves other things. I thought like that oneer that we were geeking out over, like to center that again on them just trying to not get clipped by all of this shit flying around. Really, I think they just always have a keen eye on grounding you into the character stuff, even when they're doing, quote, cool shit.
Well, it's a kind of an evolution of growth. In season 4, when they attack the house in California, that's what the FBI agents do, and they're guiding Mike and Will and Jonathan, and they're doing a similar type of motif, but on a much smaller scale. And that was a pretty cool
tight
sequence.
quarters, yeah,
which
is impressive in like its opposite way.
And now Mike's the one leading instead of being led in a sequence like that. And Mike's been a pretty cool leader for a lot of this last few episodes, actually. I've been liking a lot of the scenes he's been giving, and they define him as the heart in season 4, and they've magnified that, I feel, to give him some true purpose when interacting with a lot of characters. And he's been demonstrating a lot more skills of navigation and strategy, back to the Dungeons and Dragons side that we've kind of lost of him in the last couple seasons. He's really strategic. He's really helpful with that.
Well, and I think it's clever and smart to do so much. I'm starting to see, I know one of our common complaints this season so far has been like, what makes this season distinct maybe compared to some of the other seasons in terms of motifs, and, like every season has the this or that marks that era. And I feel like part of what marks this era is how much of a war movie inspiration there is. There's that whole Great Escape, kind of interlude. It's the Great Escape, or is it the Dirty Dozen?
Great Escape.
Great Escape, yeah. Like that whole thing, I feel like maps well over what the kids already know from Dungeons and Dragons, because different, but still strategy based.
Or was it Dirty Dozen? I'm not sure.
It's one of those old classic war movies I need to watch before I die.
I know Great Escape has the tunnels,
Yeah.
so I would assume I saw Great Escape when I was a child.
Yeah, I think they said Great Escape. That would make the most sense,
especially with the tunnel. Because the tunnel is what I associate with Great Escape.
Yeah, that's got to be. Just as a map for what the kids already know, and with these moments where we've seen them, acting basically as like a little battalion. Someone's up in the crow's nest keeping watch and relaying information, and then you've got, in this episode, you've got Lucas and Mike underground doing the actual extraction. Like, everything, gives people a station and a post and a purpose in a way that is really kind of smart and also makes sense with all the circumstances.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because it is very mission heavy.
Yeah.
This whole thing.
Plans. It's always plans.
That's been kind of one of the things that I thought has been kind of hindering it, because it's been just nothing. It's primarily been missions.
Yeah.
And plot, and not and like some little breaks to have a character scene here or there.
Yeah.
In between a tiny bit of downtime, So some of that I thought was kind of hindering a little bit of the experience, but I think this episode kind of made the whole experience so far make a lot of sense. This particular one, especially for the characters we've been talking about, because Mike has primarily in the past couple seasons been Eleven's boyfriend, and now he's barely interacted with her. And Joyce has been Hopper's interest, or she's going. And 4 is I'm gonna rescue Hopper, and now she gets to be positioned back to how she was in primarily season 1 as like the mother figure.
Yeah, they're the I like that they have, like this core group of cast members are here in Hawkins trying to help the people in Hawkins. And especially in this episode, the quarantine thing actually did feel like it was a part of life in Hawkins because of the camp. And then you have 11 and Hopper, where they arguably are best served in the Upside Down doing Upside Downy things. And then you have Dustin and Steve and all them, in a place where I think you've got, again, they're separating everybody up in a way like they did in season 4, but this one has, I feel like, better placement of everybody and better uses of those combinations.
Well, funny though is they're setting up a lot with Hopper. He had the fake out death at the end of season 3. He comes back, so part of me is going, do we really need to kill him off? Because we already kind of went through the whole grief of Hopper, and then we'd lose him again and that's how the show would end. So it's a lot of it's been seeming like misleading death, making me sometimes question, like, I guess they will, but some part of me is making me go, it sounds like they're just trying to do something.
They're trying to bait me.
It felt like bait, like especially at the very end when he's like, I got the dynamite and I'm going to off myself here. But I was going, no, you can't do that. Volume 1.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't do that with your arguably most popular adult lead out of them all. And so it looks like they're looking for something there. And 11, when you look at all the seasons prior to this, they're so 11 focused. She is the main character. And so much of the character journey she's on, she gets very specific character journeys. And weirdly, I feel like hers has kind of not really been that strong in these last 4 episodes. She's just been there to do 11 stuff. But there seems like they're setting up something for her to experience. But it's been very plot straightforward. I'm just going to go find Vecna and kick his ass. That's just been all it's really been for her. Yeah. With honestly some repetitive stuff that we've kind of seen this with Hopper and her before. And it's nice to get the assurance and seeing the growth. But I feel like we've experienced a good amount of that. I feel like we were already there with their characters and of the acceptance side. Because 2 is them learning to trust and accept, but that's kind of like the arc of season 2, is them getting to that point. And in season 3, it's him learning how to let her be a teenage girl, and he's struggling with just her having her life as a teenage girl and like dating Mike.
It's going from letting her have a life at all to then just the nuances of regular dadhood.
Yeah, how do I be a dad now? And then in this season, it's, I guess, paying that off. That's what I imagine the focus is like now that they're out on the field together, they can actually do this, like instead of, but I feel like they did that in season 2 when he like actually takes her down to shut down the gate and stuff. He's already working with her, and a lot of this is about trusting again and stuff.
Yeah,
it just feels like a little bit rehash is too harsh of a word. It just feels awfully familiar,
like familiar territory.
Yeah.
No, I would agree. I think the Hopper and Jane, he called her Jane.
Yeah.
The Hopper 11 stuff is cool in its most immediate iterations. And yeah, like as far as the dramatic themes go, I am like 11, it's weird, especially 11. I'll say Hopper for him because of they're both performing well, but what they're giving him to work with in the script just utilizes a bit more of that. So, and you do have the constant question of like, is he ready to die? Is he going to die incidentally somehow here?
I feel like it would really suck if I don't agree with him dying.
I feel like we
just went through a whole season of rescuing his ass.
Yeah.
I think it would be really bad if they killed him off.
And he's already made the noble sacrifice at the end of season 3. And so, like because they've established just out in the world that everyone's like, we're probably going to have a death toll this season because a lot of characters have made it in a way that, we should probably start reamping the stakes by making them feel real by killing off some characters. But like, I think Hopper, I'm at the point where I'm like, I have no idea anymore because it seems like they want to foreshadow that, and the more they do that, I'm like, well, maybe they want us to think that because he's going to live, and then somebody else don't expect is going to die. I mean, I would love to see him make it to the end, and with 11. Her last moments of this episode were the most kind of compelling to me they've been across the show, but it's mostly just been them bickering in a battle of wills between them. I get the sense that with Kali back 8, interesting things lie ahead, and whoever Kay is, they didn't give us her full name for a reason, so I'm sure whoever she is will be an interesting revelation too. I feel like reserve judging too hard because I hope then that part 2 will have more interesting stuff for 11 to do. But yeah, it's the most anemic character plot so far.
Is there anything in these last 4 episodes that alluded to 8's powers being used? I thought it was 1 when they had the fake out of 11. So I thought but then they made it very clear that there was just some thing they did double that because I still don't fully understand what happened in that episode. I haven't went back and watched, but I thought that's what they were using 8 there, and I'm trying to pinpoint because 8 is the illusionist. So I don't know what other have there been like illusion moments? I can't think of any illusion moments.
I wonder if we're gonna get any sort of recontextualization of things that we've already seen, or like because everything up till now feels pretty tangible and feels kind of way far beyond the reach of.
Yeah.
I don't know what the reach is. So yeah, I'm very curious because it makes a lot of sense that they would have somebody, from this program plugged into their sinister machine to create this kryptonite. And I liked, I was never really convinced that any part of Vecna was what they were hiding.
Didn't make sense.
No, I was just like, it can't be. They're like, I don't know. It seems like a lot of things would be different if that was the case. But it is an exciting prospect, and I'm glad. We've all been sitting here going like, are they ever? Will they? When are they going to do it? And I think it's definitely like a cool reveal for sure, and it adds things I'm excited to wonder about and discover. But
I mean, I looked up stuff about Wrinkle in Time in between 3 and 4 just because they kept referencing it, and it is kind of interesting to see how they did Vecna in season 4 as a Freddy Krueger parallel, and then you break down his intentions more, and it's more of a Wrinkle in Time parallel. Because they're not, they're never subtle about what they're referencing. They're always like, it's like this. Yeah. Let me explain that reference we're making in great detail.
Yeah. In case you haven't read the book.
or haven't seen the movie or the show.
Yeah.
Here it is. So it is cool to see that. And yeah, so we got what? Dustin. I mean, Jonathan is still, like not that interested. I haven't really done much to bounce back.
I mean, yeah.
You got time still. Jonathan's whatever. Jonathan wants to propose, right? He's trying to save his relationship. And Steve and Dustin are bickering because Dustin has a wall up and Steve is feeling rejected after trying to get through to him and feeling helpless.
I like Dustin and Steve, but I think it's just because they're so appealing. I don't care about the love triangle.
No, it's kind of weak. And I haven't done anything to make Jonathan interesting again. He's more interesting here than he was in season 3, but they haven't really done anything still to. Because like 1 and 2, he was like one of the stars.
Yeah,
and
now
he was like one of the leads and one of the most. And he was one of the most interesting characters. Mm-hmm. And it seems like the Byers characters, they've had the hardest time keeping being interesting outside of Will now.
They've got they've got 3/4. I mean, or they've got 2/3, I should say. Because like Joyce better this season and Will better this season. But yeah,
I mean, we still got several hours of television left.
Hoping he's. I mean, it was cool in the earlier parts to watch him engaging with the radio stuff and all that. But yeah, he's not much of a unique thing for him to do so far. But, I like the whole maneuver of them in the car, like you said, coming in the nick of time, but then also, kind of spiraling off into their own side of the adventure. That's I'm sure that'll, grow. I'm excited for what that grows into. That felt more like setup than payoff. So, I'm curious.
Yeah.
For them to get more interesting.
Murray's a cartoon,
but fun. I mean, they've been using him in very small doses this season, which are fine. It's nice to see.
They made him cartoon in 4.
I mean, he's a complete cartoon in 4. yeah. Like a
Karate Man in 4.
Broad sci-fi comedy with his stuff in 4.
Yeah.
So,
he's the okay. So we have that,
and then all the Max stuff.
The Max. Oh my God, how was we not fucking talking about that?
Yeah, Max and Holly.
That's a cool pair up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still don't know the actor's name who plays Holly. She's incredible.
Yeah, she's doing a great job.
And I believe it's the same actor. It's really cool to have her here. And everything with Max is very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Of a cool place to keep her in some type of prison. I thought there might be a little, because it was about what I think it's about what we expect, right? Like her mind is just trapped here in some way, and she has to get out. But I imagine there's more to this cave of wonders that she's in. Because, like, seeing Max was cool, but then they were exploring some memories. Like, the fact that... Because if she's at that school, that might not have been Henry's mind at school. That could have been one of the souls he's taken.
Could be. I mean,
right?
Yeah, at this point, it's like I don't kind of rule anything out. It seems like the theme has been they're all Henry memories, but I wouldn't put it past him because of this thing being a hive mind, and he's got some of these kids like, these are recent kids, but you don't know who else has been affected by this and assimilated all encompassingly over time. So, I mean, it's an interesting question. I like that this had so many things that you could sit there and kind of wonder about. And even with Max, is this really her? Is this some kind of trick? Is this, a mislead of some variety?
I feel like it is.
I feel like it definitely could be. I mean, it's all so contrasted and idyllic, and
I feel like it would be a massive oversight on Vecna's end.
It does. Well, and they have that whole thing about like he can't come in the cave, and
but he knows she's
terrified, and he knows she's there, so he could just be like posted up out here, have demogorgons or whatever just posted up out here. So like I don't know. Yeah, he must be at minimum using, kind of acknowledging this as a variable, but probably using it to his advantage somehow. I wonder what the whole he won't come in here thing is about, if it's like one happy memory out of, all of his terrible memories, and he's just so consumed with anger that it's just too much to go back to a happy memory or something, or if it's, I don't know, all a trick.
Yeah, I have no clue, but if he can't, I don't feel like he wouldn't be able to, he would be in such a position where he can't. I mean, there's got to be a psychological reason, to your point, of why he can't go into that cave beyond just a physical barrier. I just keep going back to, I think he intentionally told Holly that with the intention that he knew that she would go out there.
Yeah.
I think that was very purposeful, and the whole point of it is to bait Max back out or something like that.
It seems
because that's what we do with Vecna. With Vecna, you watch a plan happen, and then they go back like, "Here's my plan this whole time," and then we flash back to all of it. And you're like, "Oh shit."
Well, and it's like the other kids, you don't know if he brought them to this house first necessarily. He could have just plugged them right into his little goo machine. So, like, having it be somebody Max has met and maybe knows a little bit, does support your theory.
I mean, he says, "Don't go out there," and then the very next scene for her, she goes out there.
Yeah, and it's like, if you were in that position,
and this is
why wouldn't you just say, stay in the house? Why would you even establish the forest,
Yeah.
if you don't want her to go there?
This is his world, and if Max is out there spying, I'm sure in some way he can feel that she's around.
Yeah, he's got it's all in his mind palace, it seems like. So, it seems like he would have ultimate view over omnipotent view over everything. And I wonder maybe if this, whatever this memory is like the last time he felt the way he describes kids at the end. Like, I don't know, the last place he was at where he really felt, scared and worthless or whatever else. But
yeah, that's a good point.
Because he's using that as motivation, and clearly he must have some personal, experience with that feeling. And then,
that's a good point.
Being a guy who worked with kids so much, seems to have a kid obsession of some kind, and he was certainly altered as a kid, as we saw. So, curious. There's also, there's an interesting, like, Neverlandish quality to it, and I wonder about the significance of that contrast, whether it is, like, I never trust in a world like this when shit looks bright and beautiful.
Yeah, of course.
It seems like there's always something wrong with that. Like, I don't even know if I should buy that these are his legitimate, just happy memories, or if there's some other construct.
I was happy to see Sadie sink. That's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
She's a brilliant actress. And just skimming here, Derek was fun. He was a nice addition.
Very fun.
Who would have thought?
Really enjoyed Derek.
I
thought he was going to be annoying as shit, and he was really fun.
He was actually a fun character to behold in here.
Yeah.
What else do we got? Okay, so we have, oh God, I just had a thought here. That guy's dead. Nothing much with Lucas.
I like the timeline on the Lucas thing where we saw that bit with him in the hospital, and then that's paid off timeline-wise. Like, oh, damn, she almost just got out like an episode or two ago.
Yeah. Well, that was a thing in 4 when they would bring a lot of attention whenever she had to like stop the track and have to repeat it.
Yeah. I remember those days. I had a tape deck.
Where? Okay, Kay. I'm a little disappointed in the usage of Linda Hamilton
so far.
It's like she's the main big actor they've gotten to be a new addition to this season.
Heavy.
And so far, they've made her about as cliche as
you could get.
It's extremely generic. And the material she's given doesn't really give her much something new to bring other than you're a female bad guy of this type of character.
Yeah, she's fun to watch, and that's about where that
Well, the novelty probably comes for us, the fact that she's Linda Hamilton, and we're aware. But what if you don't know it's Linda Hamilton? Like, I feel like you got to rise above that. You know,
100%.
Like I didn't know Matthew Modine. Who Matthew Modine? This, like, when I think of Matthew Modine, I think of this show, and a lot of other people view Matthew Modine and other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I watched Dark Knight Rises, like, Matthew Modine's in this. Oh my God, Matthew Modine's in like this whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even. That's how little I ever know of Matthew Modine. But I think Matthew
This
Modine
guy was huge in the 80s.
You know, I didn't watch Mad About You, but I think of Paul. What's his last name?
Reiser.
Paul Reiser. I think Paul Reiser's like brilliant here. You know,
Yeah.
And there's other actors. I can't pull
Carrie
it.
Elwes.
Carrie Elwes.
Yeah.
You know, Carrie Elwes. They gave him a lot of like fun, conniving personality. Like, he's very memorable. As like goofy as he is, he's very memorable in how they
and
do
a
it.
distinct character with a distinct personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And something where it really feels like we're taking advantage. This actor is showing up to play, and we're taking advantage of that. Whereas this is mostly feels like it's kind of riding on what you associate with her already. And what I meant earlier is, like, I like watching her partly just, it's Linda Hamilton, but, like, you know, the flavor of the performance, fun to watch. But I totally agree. Like, in the writing, it's a stock character, and I have to. The only reason I'm still kind of intrigued is because, again, that name diversion seemed to be pointed. So I'm sure she's somebody, you know, interesting. But yeah, like, for a selling point of the season based on these 4 episodes, that's it, her involvement is definitely like a letdown, because you want to see her, you know, really unfurl into the world of the fabric of the show.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not really happening so far.
I like Vecna's redesign. It's creepy. Like, he's skinnier. But when you get the close up on the details, feels like you don't want to like touch him, because last time you didn't want to touch him because he was like icky and gross and like slimy.
Oily and gooey.
Yeah, you're like, ew,
Squelchy.
wipe it off. You know? Whereas in this time, you're like, oh, it's gonna cut me. It's like a thorn.
Yeah, he's got like little teeth and nails growing out of all different places, and even when he raises his hand up, and you can see it's almost like gnarled tree roots. Like, he's not one like solid thing anymore.
Yeah.
He's just this massive twisted up hate vines.
I mean, you see all the exactly. It's really icky. I like his redesign, and I mean the visual effects are top notch. You know, there's a lot more Demogorgon. It's like Demogorgon on crack this time. Like, you know, not just 1 or 2. We're gonna get a shit ton this time,
and they're gonna move all, you know, high speed jerky like make them look really fast and vicious.
Music stellar, great music all around.
Standout music this episode.
Everything's been this is really good. I'm really happy with Volume 1 so far. I know I was kind of not sure where I was going to land, but after this episode, it recontextualizes and elevates a lot of 1 through 3. I'm sure for a lot of you guys, you're already like, no, I was already loving it. That's cool. Good for you. Yeah. To me, it took me a little bit of time to get to this point where I'm at, but I really loved it. I'm excited for part 2.
Oh yeah,
same being like, sorry, fam, can't celebrate Christmas with you.
Netflix Santa Claus brought my gift.
I gotta watch TV with John today.
Gotta go be on camera. No, that's good.
I'm happy. That's what I wanted it to be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I would rather, I'm happy that I'm excited, and I'm happy that they've laid down some good framework.
And a nice surprise from, like, that was the biggest surprise. What they did with Will. Yeah. No, it was not on my bingo card at all.
Well-earned
this season, didn't think about that they would do anything interesting with him to that degree. I thought we'd just get an answer of why specifically him.
It crossed my mind early in this episode, I think. Maybe before, but yeah, I was like, whoa, if you're so tapped in, could you gain control?
I didn't think it would be Volume 1.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be like such a epic freaking takedown.
Yeah.
And like you said, he does the full-on, you know, Henry Creel kill.
Yeah, I mean, he got it. He did 11 and Vecna kill.
Yeah.
You know?
And he got his nosebleed moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Epic.
It must feel so goofy as an actor to do shit like that
when
it doesn't work. Like when Millie Bobby Brown had to do it, but their powers weren't working.
Oh yeah.
Like, this must feel so good. Like, you look like a fool when it doesn't work. Like in season 4 when she does that to the bullies, but her power's not back yet.
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, oh, it is embarrassing.
Yeah.
But as an actor, you're like, oh, you must feel so goofy whenever you do this shit.
Reminds me of that Gen V thing about like, why you always want to use your hands? Oh, I get it.
Points guide you. I think it makes sense.
It makes sense. It's just the instinctive instinctual thing to do. But yeah, nothing is worse than being like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Nope.
There's like an actor on set. I think actors working with CGI gets so underappreciated because you got to work with like ridiculous things.
Do a lot of imagining.
Yeah, the power of that Avatar documentary was a nice reminder of that.
Especially for those movies.
For, like,
God, you got to imagine the whole thing.
For Kate Winslet, she had to act off that dying whale. It was just this
metal grid with the full noodle on it.
Yeah, it was like, wow, that's some real talent.
I'm like, you're in the least, like...
They're not even trying to let you... They're not even trying to help you out here.
You're looking at the set that they built, and you're like, you are in the least, like, imagination-inspiring place. You're in this industrial tank with a bunch of machinery, and yet you got to imagine this gorgeous utopia of nature. Yeah.
A lot of times actors say, yeah, it's like, it's hard to get into character, but when I put on the costume, they're not even in a costume.
They're just in these weird
suit with a camera right in the face.
Wetsuits. Yeah. And I never thought, not to make this an Avatar thing, but because they have those rigs, it's like you can't even quite do your head shit.
You have to look past the actor.
You got to look past, and you have to make sure not to hit your cameras together.
Yeah, exactly.
On your headset.
I think those characters are thick. But yeah,
kiss.
That's why I don't want to look up how it pulls me out if I know too much of behind the scenes machinations. So I'm curious to see how they do Vecna, but I haven't bothered to see any behind the scenes footage of it.
Not until it's all done.
Yeah, not until it's all done. Otherwise I'm going to be aware of it while I'm watching it.
Yeah, well, it's nice to be dazzled with like a great effect. We know that Vecna's largely mostly CG, but it's always nice when they come back. Yeah, it was always nice when they come back with like a gorgeous looking effect.
I mean, they challenged themselves this time because there are times where it looks very CGI to like oh, that looks totally like a computer. But then when it counts on the close-ups, when you really have to buy it, like if it's on the close-ups and it looks like a computer, you got a real problem on your hands. But sometimes in the wides, it would look CG.
Yeah.
But no, this looks great. All right, guys. What do you think about Volume 1? What do you think about this episode? What are your theories for Season 5, Volume 2? Leave your thoughts down below. Keep a lookout for Andrew and Tara's reacts. Thanks, John, for being here. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys. If you're watching this after Thanksgiving, good on you. Happy you're here. And we'll see you guys soon. Buy a tea.